Hi everyone, this is Manish, and in this video I'm going to discuss how we can use the filters in Intune in a very efficient way. Filter is a very powerful tool where we can control the assignment in a very granular level. So let's go and dig into it, that what kind of topics I'm going to cover in this video. So just for basic understanding, there will be 4 topics: that what exactly is filter, the benefits of filter, types of filter and how to use it, and where exactly you can use the filters, because filters cannot be used at every place, but majority of things it is available. So let's see that how we can utilize the filters, what is the meaning, and we'll be covering all those topics. Okay, so when we have an application or policy and when we target that policy, it is called assignment. So while creating an assignment, we can use the filter at a very granular level. For example, you are targeting a policy to all devices, but you want that those policies should be only applied to Dell devices or the Lenovo devices. Similarly, only to Windows 11 24H2 or 25H2. So there could be a different conditions which you can specify for that specific assignment. So this will make your life very easy when deploying any application policies. In few cases, you might be thinking about we might be we might achieve the same thing via a dynamic group also. Then why we have to use the filter? But filter has some additional benefit. Let's see how. So benefits of filter. Okay, so number one thing is that we can avoid creating the multiple enter ID groups. So for example, for each and every deployment assignment, for any specific reason, you might need to create a Windows 11 dynamic group separately, 24H2 separately, then 25H2, or same thing for Windows 10 or any specific model. So there could be so many conditions, and based upon that, you might be creating so many different enter ID groups. Those things can be eliminated via using a filter, but it might still not make sense. We can use dynamic group or we can use filters if those attributes are available. Then why I will still prefer filter? The reason is the dynamic groups are not the real time. For example, so dynamic groups are evaluated on time to time basis. So if you have hundreds and thousands of dynamic groups in your environment, so it will take some time for the evaluation to happen. But in meanwhile, if you have targeted any application, or for example, you're using an autopilot or any other thing, application deployment or assignment or the modern policy settings catalog. So that evaluation, if it takes time and you have targeted via include or exclude feature, so you can get very adverse kind of impact, whatever you were expecting, and you're not getting that result because dynamic group took time to evaluate it, and that time something got missed or something got installed based upon whatever you have configured. Here, if you are using the filter, the beauty of filter is that it is a real time. For example, if you're targeting to all devices, but specify that only install on the manufacturer Dell. So what will happen? That policy will try to be offered on all the devices, but now the evaluation will come on each device that, hey boss, are you a Dell device? Then the device will check based upon the filter that no, I'm not a Dell device, I'm the Lenovo device or Microsoft device. Then the policy will say, hang on, I can't offer you the policy. This is not meant for you. So it is happening on the go. It's a real time. So that's the benefit of filter. So hence with filter you can avoid so many conflicts, because if you are not having so many different groups, and if you are having a specific filter for each and every scenario, so you can target those things at a very granular level. I think it makes sense, right? So let's dig into this thing more. So where exactly we can use the filters? So first of all, filters are not actually the assignments. It is used with the assignment. When you're targeting an assignment and you have to use the filter, include filter or exclude filter. So filters can be used in these kind of scenarios for application assignment, compliance policies, configuration profiles, endpoint security, remediation script, Windows update, drinks and feature update, enrollment status page, and enrollment restrictions. I will be showing you that how it looks like and what exactly I'm saying about it. Okay, so now filter properties. So when we are creating a filter, there are two kind of filters. One is the managed devices and second is for managed apps. So when I'm saying about the managed devices, it means the devices which are enrolled into Intune. And when I say managed apps, it means I'm specifically talking about the app protection policies and app configuration policies for the devices which are actually not enrolled, but we are just trying to manage the application, right? Make sense? So before before giving you a demo, this thing can be used as like a cheat sheet, that what different filter properties we do have and how we can utilize it. Don't worry about the usage example if it is looking a bit complex, that why exactly I have mentioned about this thing. These things are readily available, but as a reference you can have a look. For example, let's see. First filter, I'm just going to provide you a use case also. So the first device property is device name. So I'm using an example that device name starts with AU. So what does it mean? I wanted to create a filter based upon the country. So for example, if I have the devices where naming convention starts with AU for Australia, so I can use any kind of logic, AU for Australia, SG for Singapore, so that kind of thing. So if I know that my devices are using that specific naming convention, I can use device name starts with AU. Similarly, for the manufacturer, I have used the example that starts with Microsoft. For a model, similarly, the model here the option is contains. I'm not sure whether starts with option is there or not, but here, yes, I think starts with is also there, but contains means anything in between, means anything in between the model. So Surface, for example, Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio. So Surface, if it contains that specific string is there, the surface is there, then it will be equivalent to a valid option. And if you have if you wanted to create a filter for more than one device, so then you have to specify proper model name. For example, device model in Surface Laptop Studio Precision 7750 if you are covering more than it, or you can have different option in the filter. You can have two different rows also. I will be showing you. Similarly, for the OS version, starts with 10.0.26200. Here I am giving the example for Windows 11 25H2. So similarly for 24H2 I can use 26100, and I can use a mix and match of other combination. Similarly, operating system version showing as 10.0.26200.7171. So here I am specifically talking about greater than 7171. So it means I'm talking about a specific patch version. So if I wanted to deploy an application or policy for if a device has a specific patch, then this could be a good logic. Another filter is the ownership. If device ownership is corporate versus personal. Enrollment profile name based upon your autopilot profile also you can create the filter. Similarly for Microsoft Entra join device trust type, we have option. We can use Azure AD join, registered, hybrid join. So these kind of options are also available. And the interesting thing is the operating system SKU. Based upon that, professional, enterprise, professional, for workstation, those options are also available. You can specify using this filter. And finally, the CPU architecture. AMD 64, x86 and ARM 64. These three options are available. So let's see that how we can utilize. I have logged on to the Intune portal. For filters to use, first I have to create a filter. Let me go to the tenant administration and click on assignment filters. So here I have two filters. But let me just create a filter from scratch. Manage devices, manage apps. You remember that I told you there are two options. So I'm just going to show you about the managed devices, which is applicable for all Intune enrolled devices. Test filter. So platform I can use for all different kind of OS versions, iOS, iPad OS, Windows 10 and later, Android and Mac OS options. So here I'm going with Windows 10 and later. Yep. So here are the properties. So previously I showed you about all those properties that which I can use. Those properties are listed over here. You can have a look, right? So it makes sense that how I got that option in Microsoft documentation. Also, if I click over here, I can get those options. So let's try to click over here, learn more about creating filters. When I logged onto the page, the important things just wanted to highlight that in each tenant you can have a maximum of 200 filters. So that is the important thing which you need to understand. Let's come back to the filter now. Let me show you the first demo, very simple, device name. So when I select the device name, I have operator that equals, starts with, not equals, contains these options. So let me use the starts with. I'm just using the AU, that any device which starts with AU. So just press tab. Now we have an option to click on the preview. When I click on preview, it will give all the options available, means evaluation of the filter, that how many devices are showing as starting with AU. So that it's a very good way to, for the verification purpose, that yes, my filter is working and it is giving me some good options. And not only here that I am not only able to verify the device name, there are all the different columns also which are available, which can help me creating other filters as well. For example, I can see the user principal name, manufacturer, model, OS version, ownership, Microsoft intra-join, right? So all those options are available. So this gave me an option. Yes, I can verify other things as well. Similarly, let me just go with, rather than device name, let me go with the manufacturer. Here, manufacturer, maybe I just wanted to see, rather than using starts with, let me go with the contains Microsoft. And let's see. So I got a lot of devices, Microsoft devices. Out of these all Microsoft devices, I can see majority of them are virtual machine. So one is Surface Laptop Studio. So based upon that, you can think about it that I can go much more granular level also. For example, I just wanted to pick the Surface Laptop Studio. So I can use a model also, Surface Laptop Studio. So add expression and model equals Surface Laptop Studio. And here I'm using a clause and. We have option and or. So I'm using with the and one. Just press the tab, click on preview. In here I can see one device came. So Surface Laptop Studio is a very unique model. So even if I remove the manufacturer, then also it is going to work. I can do the model in a different way also, right? So Surface equals Surface Laptop Studio. I can make things a bit easy. Contains, and now I am using Surface. What will happen? It will just show me all list of Surface devices, not just Surface Laptop Studio. If I have Surface Laptop or any other thing, right? But I do have one device only, so that's why I'm able to see this thing. So contains means it is going to show all those devices. When I'm using the equal, it has to match the string, but with contains, I can only use that just to search for this thing, or I can use the starts with. So there are so many use cases which you can go with. But now if I have to specifically look for two specific models, right? So there are two ways. First is, for example, I just absolutely wanted to make sure that the option is selected like this, Surface Laptop Studio equals Surface Laptop Studio expression model equals precision 7750. What is the mistake? Because I have used and. You cannot have model Surface Laptop Studio and precision 7750. So let me click on or, click on preview. Now I have two devices, right? So you can see I have two queries. I can change these things in a different way also. Before that, can you have a look that it has created a rule syntax. So whatever we are selecting over here, it has created a rule syntax. So you can directly edit the things here also. But here it is more easy at the GUI level. Here, if you are making any typo error, you can get an error. So this thing can be also written in a bit different way. Device model, rather than equal, I'm just using, this can be used in a different way also. Let me show you. If I have to use two models, I can use in. And if I'm using in, what I'm going to do, I have to use the square bracket, inverted commas, comma, precision 7750. That's it. So now device model in, and now I have mentioned both the models, right? So if I click on preview, it's the same thing. So rather than having two different queries in a single query, I have mentioned this thing, right? So if you start getting more familiar with how filters can be used, so you will be able to understand that what is good for you and what is not, right? Similarly, I can go with the operating system version also. Operating system starts with 10.0.2. If I click on 10.0.2, it will bring me all Windows 11 devices. 10.02 or for the Windows 11 devices. If I go with 10.0.1, click on preview, it's only Windows 10 devices. Similarly, 26100, I believe it is 24H2. Yes, I do have a couple of 24H2 devices over here. So this way I can granular level create the 24H2 for 24.5H2 for specific OS or OS version also. You can see operating system version. Then there is a device ownership type also, where I can specify corporate device or personal device, right? I think it's enough, right? So you might have been able to understand that what exactly wanted to show you. Now specifically go to the device, that how we can use the filters. Let's have a look. Let's go to the application. So I told you that we can use the filter in various options. One was the option for the application. Let's see how we can use it. So this is an application. Let's take an example, 7-zip. Go to properties, and specifically I have to go to the assignment section. In assignment section, I have made this application available to all devices, and the filter is none. So click on the filter. Now I have two options, include filter and exclude filter. So I can use filter in two ways, whether to exclude that specific logic or to include. I'm going with the include one, and let's target on the Dell devices. See, currently I have two filters, Dell, select, done. So even though this 7-zip application is targeted to all devices, it will be only offered to my Dell devices, right? Makes sense? Filter mode is showing as include. So if I go and click on exclude, now it is exactly opposite. It will go to my all devices, excluding Dell devices. So that's the beauty of filter, that at how granular level you can take control of the things, right? I think it makes sense that how the filters are working. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll be signing off